studying at the University of Glasgow. I was just being accepted for a PhD, so I thought I'd start to share them also. You may notice that I've got one piece of paper here. I have two things to share. I forgot to print out the second one. I just realised that just now. My heart stopped, but I think I know it off by heart, so I think that's okay. So the first one is a little flash fiction, which is a very short piece of prose, called Icarus. In the beginning, I was battered back and forth between my siblings as we fought over the scant sunlight, energy that would warm us just enough to give us our rockets. We all wanted to be the first to go, for with going comes naming, and with naming comes graduation from a mere asteroid to a fully fledged comet. I played dirt by cannibalising several of my siblings. As they merged with me, I swelled and drew more of them in. Soon none of the surviving ones dared come near me, and the sun shone uninterrupted on my carbon black face. For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, and when my comet status was attained by the shelling of my first snowball, I was propelled out of the cloud and into orbit. The sun grew bigger and brighter and warmer, and my tail grew longer as I rapidly gained momentum. I can't think of a more glorious life than that of a comet, fizzing through the dark, basking in the rays of the sun, surrounded by a sphere of stars. How boring it must be to be a star, to have to stay in one place forever. And how strange to be so huge and burn for so many millions of years, with everything falling towards you instead of travelling around them. I was well past the second asteroid belt and travelling at just over 1 million miles an hour when I realised that I was heading for a glowing bluish thing. Not a star because it was solid and too small, and not another comet because it had no tail, and not an asteroid or moon because it was too big. But whatever it was, I was travelling much too fast to stop or steer around it. I don't think we really know what aging is until we realise we've been doing it all our lives. The life of a star is long. The life of a moon is long. Even the life of an asteroid is long, providing it isn't cannibalised or disintegrated by its siblings. But we comets cut our time short because we're so obsessed with getting out of our corners and flying. I don't think we appreciate what we are, or the privilege we have, until our time is nearly over. And now I'm brighter than I've ever been, and I'm rapidly shrinking in size. I can see the sun reflecting off the surface and wisps above the transparent and white, and you can go through them like gas, making them light up. And the surface isn't smooth or shiny anymore. It's rough and there are little white dots. And now all I can see is blue in every direction. And thank you. The second one I'm going to have to try and wing it because I did a very stupid thing and forgot. I printed out all the other things I might have read, except for the second one, which is the one that I think Dave particularly wants me to do. It was about 3 weeks ago. I was thinking about the song If You're Happy and You Know It, Clap Your Hands. And I was thinking about how much it actually assumes in that little song. So I thought I'd write my own version, well, embellish the original one to make it into my own version, to make it just that a little bit less assumptive. And so this is If You're Happy and You Know It, the fully inclusive and non-assumptive version. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Assuming you have hands and the motor control and proprioception to clap them. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Though if you don't clap, it's not necessarily indicative of unhappiness, since you may not have understood, either because you don't speak English, or you lack the mental capacity necessary to process the chain of conditions preceding the instruction. If you're happy and you know it, chances are you're human and over 2 years old, since dolphins, elephants and great apes are the only other animals to pass the famous yet contentious mark test to determine self-awareness, a concept essential for the detached analysis of one's own emotions, which is not to say that animals that fail it aren't capable of self-awareness. It just means it hasn't been proven by scientific methods. And you really want to show it. You may, after all, be a non-social animal, such as a Siberian chipmunk, black rhinoceros, or giant California sea cucumber, and as a result not have a desire to communicate anything other than basic signals of a territorial or sexual nature, at least not in the wild, and not to members of your own species. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.